Lines A through D on the plot represent the four linear functions listed below. Identify which function is represented by line C. First, let's start by identifying line C on the plot. And that would be this line right here, which passes through y is equal to -5. So to solve this question and figure out which equation matches that line, we need to identify the slope and the intercept. And that will be easiest to do if all of these answer choices are written in y equals mx plus b form. So let's start with answer choice A and rewrite it to match that form. For answer choice A, we have y plus 2.5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now let's isolate our y value by subtracting 3 from both sides. These will cancel, giving us y plus 2.5x is equal to -3. And I can stop right here because moving this over to the other side of the equal sign will not affect my -3 here. These are not like terms and will not combine. So I know that my constant or my b value is going to be -3, and that does not match line C. So I can stop there, mark answer choice A as incorrect, and move on to answer choice B. Answer choice B says 7x plus 6 is equal to -2y. -2 is being multiplied to y, so to isolate, we need to do the opposite and divide everything by -2. These 2's will cancel, leaving us with 7 divided by a -2, which would give us -4.5x, plus 6 divided by -2, which will give us a -3, is equal to y. Again, our b value here is a -3, not a -5. So that makes answer choice B incorrect, and we move on to answer choice C. Answer choice C says -x minus 2 is equal to 2y divided by 5. To isolate our y variable, let's get rid of this 5. It's being divided, so we need to do the opposite and multiply everything by 5. These will cancel, and on the left-hand side, we'll need to distribute this 5. 5 times -x will give us -5x, and 5 times -2 will give us -10. Then to isolate our y variable, we have 2 is being multiplied to y, so the opposite is dividing everything by 2. These 2's cancel, leaving us with -5 divided by 2 is -2.5x, and -10 divided by 2 is -5. Here we have matching b values, so that makes answer choice C a viable option. Here I have rewritten answer choice C off to the side so we remember it and we can compare it to answer choice D. Answer choice D says 35x plus 50 plus 10y is equal to 0. To isolate y, let's subtract 10y from both sides. These will cancel, giving us 35x plus 50 is equal to -10y. -10 is being multiplied to y, so the opposite operation is to divide everything by -10. These will cancel, leaving us with 35 divided by -10 is -3.5x, and 50 divided by -10 is -5. That is equal to y. Here we also have a matching b value for our line C. So that also makes this a viable answer choice, meaning we're going to have to compare our slopes instead of our intercepts. So I'm going to make us some room and then we'll do that in just a second. Now we can compare our slopes. We have a -2.5 and a -3.5. Those are very similar, so how are we able to tell which one is line C? Well, let's find the absolute value of both of these. -2.5, the absolute value would be 2.5. And the absolute value of -3.5 would be 3.5. The greater the absolute value of a slope, the steeper that slope is going to be, whereas the less the absolute value of a slope is, the flatter that slope is going to be. If we look at our two lines that intersect with y equals -5, we see that one is steeper, and that is line C, while the other is a bit flatter. So line A likely has the -2.5x slope, and line C likely has the -3.5x slope. So that makes answer choice D with the slope of negative 3.5 as our correct answer.